Hello everyone and welcome to episode 21 in my Ironman Road to Max Cape. It's no longer Max/Quest Cape because I already have the Quest Cape, so it's now just a Max Cape series as we learned in the last episode, or as I said in the last episode, however you want to put it. But either way, I just missed myself picking up level 83 construction. Doing harps, not really an important level. It's actually not what I'm here for. I'm not here for the construction XP, obviously. I am, however, here for the crafting XP, and as you can see, I'm only 5k off level 89 crafting. And if you watched the last episode, you know that my goals right now are to get 89 crafting, 85 herb lore, and then start doing Slayer, because I really just want to get into some Slayer and make some money, do something fun for once, because I've been doing questing and AFK skills for so long now that I want to get into some more interesting stuff, specifically Slayer, because it's one of my favorite skills. So yeah, once I get 89 crafting, then I can move on to getting 85 herb lore, which really isn't going to be that bad, because I still have a lot of herbs from my kingdom. I've been saving them up and stuff, so it actually will have quite a bit of XP ready to go for herb lore. I don't know whether or not I'll get 85, but I'll at least get close, and if I have to, I can wait a little bit to get the super anti-fire potions. But either way, I'll come back in about maybe 2 or 3 minutes when I pick up this level 89 crafting and update you guys on that, and then we'll move on to doing something else. Like I said, hopefully herb lore. If not, then we'll be moving on to Slayer. Depends on what I feel like doing, really, and also depends on how many herbs I have. I'll probably calculate it and see what I have and if I need to get more. But other than that, I would like to get some prayer levels at some point. Probably won't work on that in this episode, but maybe in the near future. Like I said, picking up that 89 crafting, kind of a big deal, because now I can go ahead and start making my potion flasks every day, which for me personally is a huge deal because I always mine them every day as it is, and the crafting XP I'll get every day will be rather significant. And of course, there's the added value of using the flasks themselves, of course, which is a pretty nice benefit. Oh shit, fuck. Well, I may as well just finish putting in my pin. I'll have to edit that out. I keep doing that lately, I don't know why. But, yeah, I got almost 25,000 harmonic dust. Plenty more than I'll ever need, probably. And as you can see, I have some potion flasks here because I used the rest of my potion the other day to make those, and bam, there we go. I can now make my potion flasks every day, which makes my life a lot easier and makes training crafting in the long run a little bit more, I wouldn't say easier because I still have to do it every day, but you know, it's faster XP because it's a 100 XP drop every time guaranteed. So, you know, doing it, just getting a little bit of XP every day over the long term is going to help me a lot in the long run. So, anyway, just picking up the 89 crafting, pretty nice. And now I'm going to probably finish up doing these flasks. I have like less than 1,000, I think, so it's not going to take too long. And then hopefully we can get into some Slayer. There's actually a completely random and somewhat exciting thing that I totally forgot about and just realized upon looking at my achievements, the achievement diary. I realized it when I started looking at it, and that is that I can now get into the Max Guild Garden, which is right here. I can open the garden entrance now, and bam, go in there, and I think I can... Okay, I guess I'm getting a welcome. But I can also unfurl the Quest Cape banner, so let's pull that one down. And that's actually pretty exciting. That means that I can now use all these portals as well, which is phenomenal. So, let's see. Okay, so I can actually do 1 for now. I can't do 2, but I can do 1, and I will need to get the divination levels, etc., and the woodcutting levels for certain ones of them, or ones, whatever, grammar is difficult, but I'm going to leave them for now because the first one is free, so I'm not going to waste the free charge on it. You know, there's no point in doing it because I don't need to use it right now. But as you can see, eventually, as I go through, I'll try and unfurl these banners as I get 99s if I remember to do so. But just a random thing. I was kind of excited, though, because it's like the first step in becoming max is being able to get in here at this point. Like, in this day and age, like, getting in here is kind of a big deal. I can't get in here. I'm gonna just go up here and we'll do the headbang emote. Okay, I found it. Bang my head on the door. But anyway, yeah, that's it. Nothing really important, but pretty exciting nonetheless. Decided to do some herb lore first. I don't think I'll have enough to get to 85 herb lore, but I do have enough to get to at least 82, which is pretty nice. I can now make weapon poison, which is pretty useless, and perfect juju smithing potion, which might actually be useful in the future. I don't actually know what they do, all of them. I never really use them on my main account or anything, so Not sure, but that might be useful eventually. However, I definitely don't have enough to get to 85. I'll show you in the bank real quick. I'll actually stop doing this for a second. But you can see I have a lot of dwarf weed, a lot of cadentine, a lot of quorum. I might be able to use all my quorum and my Avanto. It's going to take a long time to collect stuff because if you think about it, I have to collect Wines of Zamorak for the dwarf weeds. I have to collect white berries for the cadentine. I have to collect limpwort roots for the quorum. I have to collect the Mortmeyer fungus for the Avanto. And for Highlander, I actually still have a lot of chocolate bars, which I can continue to buy every day if I want to. But if you look over somewhere in here, I'll just search for it because it's easier. There we go. I have 99 limpwort roots, which means for the total of 300... Sorry, a truck just went by at 1:30 in the morning. Excuse me. How dare I try to record at such an hour of the night? But anyway, plenty of limpwort roots, but not enough to get all of them. So I'll need to collect a lot of different stuff. And yeah, I don't know if I'm down to do that right now. I mean, obviously, eventually I'll have to do it regardless of whether I do it now or later. But I'm just not sure that I'm down to do it at the moment. Another thing that I realized I should probably do before I go into Slayer is get some chaotics. As stupid as it sounds, I am way over leveled for my weapons at the moment. Using tier 70 and tier 75 weapons when I am clearly above tier 80, and as you can see, my chaotic staff is like at 8% or something, I think. 7%, so yeah, I definitely need to get my shit together on that and just, I don't know, I hate doing dungeoneering as I've said in the past, so it's one of those things that I'm just being stubborn about it. And because I'm being stubborn, I'm sort of suffering the consequences where I'm using subpar weapons, but I might even decide to do QBD once I get these super anti-fire potions unlocked so I can get a royal crossbow rather than doing dungeoneering for chaotic crossbows, because I think that'll be more fun, it'll be more beneficial to me in the long run as well. And of course, the extra XP I'll get from doing combat from that will be nice. Though it's not particularly much XP, but it'll be a lot more XP, and like, for example, I'll probably use magic, so it'll be probably more XP in magic than doing dungeoneering would be, so... Anyway, just some random things and some plans that I had going on in my head just a minute ago. I was actually taking a shower, and I just thought to myself, like, shit, you know what? I could probably do QBD. But, yeah, like I said, just having random thoughts, and hopefully plans for the future. I don't know if I'll actually ever put these plans into action. Depends on how things end up working out. If I end up getting like an urge to do dungeoneering or something, then I'll just do dungeoneering for my chaotics. And I don't really, I mean, it is what it is, but I definitely 100% need a melee weapon from dungeoneering, because right now the best melee weapon I have is tier 75, and that's not terrible, but I could easily just get 2 mil dungeoneering XP and grab a chaotic maul and be greatly improved, so should really just stop being lazy about it and get it done. But for now, I will finish up my herb lore, the stuff I feel like doing, and then hopefully get into something that will benefit me for Slayer at some point, or again, to do a little bit Slayer maybe, because I do have a Water Fiend's task, so I'll probably end up doing that before anything else. Okay guys, I decided to take a little bit of a break from herb lore. I know that I didn't get 85 or even close to it. I'm definitely not going to stop, but I do have to stop for at least the time being, because I have work right now, and then after work it's New Year's Eve right now, and then I have a party to go to, and then obviously I'm going to be a little bit on the hungover side on New Year's Day. I will definitely be playing though, don't get me wrong. I don't plan on leaving you guys hanging, but yeah, I will be taking a bit of a break from herb lore for probably a day or so, and maybe when I get back I might do more, or I might just do Slayer or something, or AFK, to get rid of my fucking headache. But one thing that I did do is, as you can see, I got all of these Grand Strength, Grand Attack, and Grand Defense potions. I decided to make them because I had some extra regular potions in the bank, and they were like 100k to unlock, so it was just extra XP basically. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of my Saradomin brews, my prayer potions, and my anti-fires. I don't know how many will actually end up fitting, but I'm going to put them into potion flasks. And as you can see, I was able to fit them all, which is awesome. So it looks like I have less, but I actually have the same amount in less flasks. So it actually saves me some space, and I'm going to throw them back up here. So I just wanted to let you guys know, obviously I've sort of gone over the reasons why I've decided to get the flasks and stuff like that in the past, but I figured I would let you guys know where these things come from. Put this down here. I'm going to try to organize my bank a little bit. But, Alright, I'll put this over here, I guess. And I only have 11 Grand Defense Potions because I didn't have any more defense pots. So kind of meh there. But, you know, it's okay. I will eventually organize this stuff properly. But for the time being, as you can see, I have a lot of extra potions and whatnot. So, anyway, I still have a lot of Crystal Flasks I'll probably end up using in the future, hopefully. But for now, for the time being, I'm going to stop herb lore. Eventually, I'll show you my herbs too, just so you know what I've got going on here. I still have all the dwarf weeds, the cadentine, the Quarm. I will definitely use the Quarm and the Avanto because those are easy stuff to collect, and I will absolutely use the Haralander because, as you can see, I have all of these chocolates to use as well, so I can do that very quickly. So I won't get a level up of that though. Anyway, gonna go on, and next clip you'll see will most likely be either Herblore or Slayer. I don't know which, but like I said, it's New Year's. I have work now, and then it's New Year's, so you know, I've got shit to do basically. However, I definitely will be back relatively soon, within the next day or so, to continue to get some gains, and that way you guys aren't left hanging for too long. I don't want this video to be as delayed as the last one was for Christmas, because the last Christmas one was delayed like almost a whole week, which I really don't like doing. Had my daily reset happen, and my challenge was actually a summoning one, which is a pretty good challenge to have, and of course I extended it to 6 of the Titans instead of 3, and we're going to grab a summoning level, which as you can see I believe is level 81. There we go. A couple things unlocked. That's actually pretty good for Nightmare Moose Pot, are good for divination when I eventually get to that. Got a rune bar out of that, which is kind of meh. But one thing I do want to show you guys is apparently my search bar is still active for some reason, but I did go ahead and collect a bunch of Mortmire fungus, as you can see right... shit, where is it? It's somewhere. Oh, it's right here. 720 of them, so I do have enough to do all of my Avanto. As you can see, I just got started on making Avanto potions, so I will be working on that for the moment. I don't know if it'll get me a Herblore level, 83 or not, but I'll try my best, and maybe I'll get 83 just from that, and I'll work some other stuff in there as well. But for the time being, I'm going to work on Herblore. I do want to get 85, I really do, because it just makes doing dragon tasks in Slayer so much more convenient, because I don't have to worry ever about Dragonfire or anything. And why is my search bar still showing up? I hate this glitch. I'm probably gonna have to log out to fix it, because every time it happens I have to log out to fix it, which is annoying. But anyway, picking up that quick picking up that quick summoning level, and hopefully soon we'll have a couple Herblore levels to show. Alright guys, I'm finishing up this Water Fiends task after so long of having it. I did, however, have to stop doing Herblore for now. I got kind of close to 83, really close actually, and I could technically get the level through some other stuff, but it's like a lot of time-consuming stuff that isn't worth it, so I'm going to hold off on that. But what I'm going to do real quick is home teleport. Actually, I will just use my ring to teleport, and I'm going to grab a Slayer VIP ticket. Now, for those of you who don't know how they work, fuck me, I have to put in my pin. But anyway, yeah, I had to hop around a lot to find a world that was free, but for those of you who don't know how, which is why I had to put my pin in, but for those of you who don't know how to use a VIP ticket, the way it works is it literally just lets you choose between 2 different Slayer tasks. So it makes it like almost double the chance that I will get a Jungle Strike Worm task, which I really need. So that's why I'm going to use it. So I'm going to use this real quick and go get a new task and see what I get. Also, we might have some newer subscribers, so for those of you who have not been around for a while, I have been trying really hard to get a Jungle Strike Worm task. I actually, if you look at my rewards, I have 100 points. I was at like 600 or something, blew all my points to try and get a Jungle Strike Worm task and did not get it, so that's why I am doing this. So anyway, let's see what I get for a task. I can get Abyssal Demons or Steel Dragons. Well, I don't want to waste a token, but at the same time, Abyssal Demons are really good. They're really good XP, and of course they are also really good for prayer, because I can bank the ashes. So I think I'll go with that. I don't know whether or not I will bank the ashes or not, but I will go ahead and start that task. I don't even remember how to do that task. Actually, yeah, I remember how to do that task. But anyway, I will move on and do that task. I'm probably not going to go back to Herblore immediately, but at some point in the near future I will get back to it and pick up that 85 once I have enough herbs to get there. Doing this task, and just pretty much randomly got a Triskelion key, which I think is actually the last part. If it is, I will do this key and show the rewards in the next part, or the next segment of this video. If not, then I'll just throw it in the bank and use it later, obviously. And for some reason it kind of feels like I'm got like FPS lag or something. I don't know what's going on, but not sure. Could just be me. Anyway, though, I am doing this task with, of course, the Dark Light, because I just do so much damage, and you can see like these things have like 8k health, and they die just so quick, like 27,000, 23,000, it's dead. You know what I mean? So it's a really decent task. It's not the best XP in the world, but I personally think that Water Fiends are better, but they're kind of annoying too because they keep switching around and like down me. But either way, I think Water Fiends are a little bit better XP wise, and of course, well, they are better XP wise, but I think I prefer them as well. So that's just me though. Okay, so let's grab this task and see what we get. So I have the choice between 176 gargoyles or 140 celestial dragons. Well, I really want those celestial dragons, but unfortunately I don't have the super antifires yet, so I don't think it's worth doing. Plus it's going to cost me a token, so I think I'm going to take gargoyles. It's a good task anyway, so I'll do that task. It's pretty decent XP, and I can do it in the Slayer Tower, which by the way, that reminds me I need to turn in my Slayer contract, so I will turn this task contract in, and on the way to getting, or rather I'll turn this contract in on the way to getting to the gargoyles, so go and do another task, and hopefully maybe next one time around we'll pick up a Jungle Strike Worm task. If not, we just have to keep trying. Don't really have a choice in the matter. This should be the last gargoyle in this task, and then I will be done. I did pick up a granite maul right towards the end, as you can see. I am, however, not going to keep it because it's kind of a useless weapon to me, so I'm going to alch that for 30k, which is pretty nice. As you can see, I have quite a bit of money right now, 6.5 mil, and I actually started this task with less than 6 mil, and I had to go and spend money on buying battle staffs in the middle. So it's even more than that. I would have had like 6.7 mil or something, 6.8 mil, so pretty good task for money. But I'm going to turn in this challenge or this Slayer contract, grab a new task, and I'll be right back in just a minute. I also decided to use my Blisterwood staff rather than my Chaotic staff for that task, only because it's non-degradable, and my Chaotic staff has like 7% on it, so I'm going to try to lay off of it on easier tasks, which Gargoyles I consider a pretty easy task, so I'm trying not to waste charges on that. But of course I did grab up the Slayer VIP ticket because obviously, as always, I'm looking for that Jungle Strike Worm task because I'd like to finish my Slayer Helm off, and that guy looked like he was going to die over there. But let's try to get a task here, get another assignment, and Fire Giants or Celestial Dragons. Well, I don't really want either of those tasks, so I'm going to take Fire Giants and skip that task actually. Okay, so let's try again. And Water Fiends or Black Demons. Water Fiends are my favorite task in the game. In my opinion anyway, I think they're the best task for a lot of reasons, so I will take that task. Unfortunately, still no Jungle Strike Worm task, but it's a good task for XP regardless. As you can see, I am 74k off of a Slayer level, and I should actually get that off of this task. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I won't get 88. Maybe I'll be very close, but I won't get it. But either way, very soon I should be picking up level 88 Slayer as well, which will be very nice. I believe this is, yeah, definitely the last Water Fiend for this task, and I'm about 10k off of a Slayer level, 60k off of a ranged level. Kind of sucks that I didn't get at least a Slayer level, but that's okay. I am going to go grab my Slayer VIP ticket, and then I will be back and grab a new task, hopefully getting a Jungle Strike Worm task. Doubt it, but I can hope. Okay, here we go. Hopefully a Jungle Strike Worm task out of one of these two tasks. No, got Aberrant Spectres, and they're still trying to give me Celestial Dragons. I don't understand why. I guess I'll do Aberrant Spectres. They do drop a lot of herbs, so it's kind of worth doing. And either way, though, I'll go do that task. It does give me a Slayer contract, so I will actually make a little bit extra profit. But other than that, guys, I will be back with hopefully getting this task done. And I really want this Jungle Strike Worm task. Even using this, I mean, I could just keep canceling tasks and stuff. Actually, you know what? I think I might cancel this task. Yeah, I'm going to cancel this task. That leaves me with 98 points, so if I get a really bad task, I'm going to save those points to try and cancel that. I got Black Demons and Elves. Those are both really, I really don't like either of those tasks at all. I'm going to actually cancel that as well. Okay, this is pretty much our last chance here. Dust Devils or Black Dragons. Fuck me, man. Come on. I guess I will take Black Dragons, only because it's a really short task. I know it takes my ticket, but at least it's a shorter task, so I can spam it out pretty much within like 10 minutes and be back and grab a new task, because I actually need this Jungle Strike Worm task now. It's getting a bit ridiculous. I'm going to get like 90 Slayer, and I'm not even going to have a Slayer Helm, a full Slayer Helm, so it's kind of a bit ridiculous. But anyway, I'll be back when this task is complete, and hopefully, I really hope that we can get a Jungle Strike Worm task in the near future, because it's getting a little bit ridiculous now. Going to pick up level 88 Slayer during this task. Ironically, a really short task, but happens to just be the one that the XP falls on at this point, because I just had so little left from the last task, so 450k till 89, so quite a while to go. Hopefully before 89, I really hope that at some point soon I can get that, shit, I can't even remember the name. The Hex Crest is what I'm looking for, because I already have 2 focus sights and 2 other Slayer helms, so yeah, hopefully I can get that before 89. I would love to, or at least before 90, because honestly it would be kind of pathetic to be a 90 Slayer without a full Slayer helm. But anyway, I will continue this task. As you can see, I only have 14 left, so finish up this task, and then I will be back with a new task, and hopefully, like I said, I can manage to pick up a Jungle Strike Worm task. If not, then I'll be doing a different task. Alright, wish me luck going for another task. And I got Living Rock Creatures or Greater Demons. Both of those really suck, actually. Living Rock Creatures aren't so bad anymore, but they are relatively spread out, so they're kind of hard to kill, or at least slow to kill. And Greater Demons are a fine task, but I don't want to use the VIP ticket. I think I'm going to use the ticket. I have 1 left to use. So I'm going to use this one for now, or I think maybe I have 2 left, I'm not sure. But I'll do the Greater Demon task, which I will come back to Caradel to do, or rather, I will do it in this dungeon. So anyway, I'm going to do this task. I'm going to definitely get a range level off of it because I'm only 18k off, and I am going to do it with range. So I'll be back when I get that range level. Other than that, hopefully we can, as I keep saying, hopefully at some point in the near future we can grab up that Jungle Strike Worm task. If not, I'm going to be very depressed, but hopefully before level 89 or 90. And let's see, how many do I have left? I only have 1 Slayer VIP ticket, so I'm going to have to save this one and make it count, because otherwise I'm going to have an even harder time of getting this task. Missed it by like a second, but I did just pick up level 87 range. Excuse me, can't open up my skill guide right now because I'm in combat, but there we go, level 87 range, and hopefully, I know for a fact I won't get another level during this task. It'll just pretty much be a task for XP and maybe some gold at this point. Few alchables and some decent drops, some not so decent drops. The rune essence is going to be useful in the future, and of course I am getting U logs as well, which is pretty good. So other than that though, I'll just finish up this task, and like I said, hopefully we can pick up a decent task after this, either that or the Jungle Strike Worm task, which would be the best of possibilities, but for some reason I doubt that's going to happen. Here we go, going to try one more time for a task, or not one more time, but I'm going to try for a task again. I can choose between Adamant Dragons and Hellhounds. I'll choose Hellhounds, and I'm only going to even choose these because they are so AFKable, basically. I can pretty much just throw on a melee weapon and AFK, so I'm going to get some strength XP out of that, and I'll be back when I finish this task. After finishing up that Hellhounds task, I'm going to try and grab another task and hopefully get the task I want, and of course I'm not going to. Not really too much of a surprise here. However, I don't think... I want to do Spiritual Mages, but I can't afford to use the Slayer VIP ticket. So I think I'm going to go with Celestial Dragons, and... Actually, this task is pretty hard to complete without Super Anti-Fires, so... I don't know what I'm going to do about it. I might skip it, I might not. The thing is, though, I'm pretty close... Well, not pretty close, but I'm kind of close to 107... Sorry, well, I'm close to 170, but I'm almost close to 200 as well, and... When I get 200 tasks, I'm going to get a big chunk of points, which I can then use to spam skip tasks and eventually get my task, hopefully. But until then, I want to save this Slayer VIP ticket. So I think I'm just going to have to suck it up and go to Celestial Dragons and just do that task, because, like I said, I can't afford to waste the Slayer VIP ticket. And using the points isn't really going to help me too much at this point, because I only have like 3 skips worth of points, so it's not really worth it right now. Well, I finished up that extremely long and grueling Celestial Dragons task. It took a very long time, but as you can see, I got a lot of range XP and quite a bit of Slayer XP as well. I don't even remember how much, but probably up towards like 150k Slayer XP. But it did take a rather long time. So let's grab a new task and see what we can get. And still no Jungle Strike Worms task, but I guess I'll take Gargoyles. It's pretty good as far as getting GP, so not the worst task in the world. However, I think that's going to be the end of this video, guys. I know it's a rather uneventful one, but unfortunately, to be honest, there really isn't much else that I can do, because until I get that Jungle Strike Worm task, I really can't do much. Like, I can do Slayer, I just can't, like... It's not as easy to do Slayer without a full Slayer helm. And on top of that, I'd still need to do a lot of other stuff to make Slayer easier as well. For example, it would be very good to get my Dungeoneering up, which I might do in the next episode, I'm not sure. Either way, though, that'll be the end of this episode. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. If you are, feel free to drop a like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the series. Other than that, guys, I will see you guys. I think this is episode 21, so I will see you guys in episode 22.